finally home after a long business trip. I yearned for the comfort of my familiar bed after months in hotel rooms. As I quietly closed the door, the unexpected silence was shattered. In the living room, under the dim light, sat Brandon, someone I had been mentoring through his college transition. On the sofa, visibly tense. I stood frozen, emotions in turmoil, while he remained oblivious to my presence. Brandon had moved in at 18, when I took on the role of his academic mentor. We'd shared countless memories, late-night study sessions, weekend breakfasts, laughter and tears, all forging a unique bond. But this moment surpassed anything I'd imagined. I took a deep breath and cleared my throat. Brandon startled, hastily closing his laptop, eyes wide with shock. His face flushed with guilt, but I maintained composure, choosing maturity over judgment. "Brandon," I said gently, as if this were just another tutoring session. He stammered an explanation about thinking no one was home. I smiled. "Your dad's away, and I came back early to avoid crowds." Noticing his unease, I stepped closer. "Don't give up," I encouraged. "Everyone struggles sometimes." His expression shifted from surprise to emotion, then something deeper. Wordless understanding passed between us. "Need help?" The pause after my question brimmed with meaning. Brandon sighed. "Lena, I need your advice. I keep failing at critical moments." His sincerity moved me. "Let me guide you tonight," I offered. "We'll solve this together." He nodded, some tension easing. I sat beside him, my subtle perfume mingling in the air. "Trust the process," I whispered. What followed truly transformed us both as we faced this challenge. The next morning, sunlight flooded the dining table as Brandon wrestled with lingering emotions. "Sorry about last night," he murmured, voice thick with regret. "No apologies needed," I reassured him warmly. "We all need support sometimes." His eyes widened in relieved surprise. "Really?" he asked, pain flickering in his gaze. Something buried deep was surfacing. "Of course," I affirmed. "We'll face this, however hard. You're not alone." His breathing steadied, as if a weight lifted. "Can you help me?" His whisper held tentative hope. In that moment, I resolved to change everything. "I'll teach you," I said firmly. "We'll start with basics, communication, trust, even empathy." The silence thickened. His face warred between fear and something profound. "I know we're close," Brandon whispered, "but you're still my mentor. Is this okay?" I offered a calm, reassuring look to help him steady himself. "Trust and connection grow in many ways," I reassured. Determination flashed in his eyes, and with a nod, he agreed. "I trust you, Lena." From then on, our mentoring dynamic deepened in unexpected ways. The following days flowed with strange harmony, as if an unspoken pact had formed. As his mentor, I embarked on a thrilling yet daunting new journey. Brandon, my eager but hesitant student, turned our home into a unique classroom where lessons in confidence and emotional connection unfolded unconventionally. I introduced him to the concept of nonverbal communication using posture, presence, and tone. Everyday visuals like clothing choices and body language became part of the lesson. Brandon's focus shifted to how small details affect perception. One afternoon, I entered the living room in a delicate summer dress, its fabric flowing with each step. Brandon focused on the details as I moved, letting the light fabric flow as I walked, emphasizing motion and subtlety. "Patience is key," I explained softly. "Reveal meaning gradually. Keep them intrigued." I twirled, the skirt flaring. "Psychological tension matters. Create it, sustain it, release it only after connection." His gaze shifted from the scene to sudden insight, recognizing how subtlety elevates the ordinary. Each day balanced exploration and control. I demonstrated how proximity can impact presence and attention. These lessons helped him bridge emotion and action. At a breath's distance, I said, "Pursue what you want unashamedly." I watched him change, from a shy boy to someone self-assured. His growth fueled me too. This shared adventure energized us both. One evening under soft lamplight, I escalated our lessons. Tonight, we go deeper, I said, noting his mix of eagerness and nerves. I led him to the TV, playing an art film's emotionally charged scenes. Time for practical application, I declared. Brandon studied how actors conveyed complex feelings. Watch their delivery, I urged. These scenes aren't just actions, they're dances of soul and intent. Feel the rhythm of authentic emotion. As the film climaxed, I guided him to observe micro-expressions. Let go, I encouraged. Capture the feeling. His initial stiffness melted until, at the emotional peak, he closed his eyes, fully immersed. When they reopened, his face held vulnerability and triumph. See, I said, proudly. Trust your instincts. Let worries fade and listen to your heart. Each lesson propelled him further. I switched films, focusing on body language. Tonight, we study nonverbal dialogue, I said, holding his gaze. Focus on your reactions, not just the images. As actors communicated through gestures, Brandon mirrored their intensity, torn between raw emotion and social conditioning. Feel it, I pressed, my voice rising over the tension. Don't resist, surrender. My words worked. His defenses fell as the scenes consumed him. I coached in real time, my voice his anchor. Good. Keep going. Yes, just like that. His body synchronized perfectly, finding its own language. At the emotional zenith, Brandon gasped, a breakthrough. I've never gone this deep, he admitted, awed. You've come far, I affirmed, swelling with pride. The journey continues. Many discoveries await. Our silence brimmed with potential. It's hard to stay composed, he confessed. I stepped closer, amused by his blush. Control is just one lesson, Brandon. Sometimes, surrendering it teaches the most. As the film intensified, I whispered, let go. With the right guide, you'll go further. Our lessons grew profound, each moment an exchange layered with unspoken intensity. Teaching Brandon revealed new facets of myself, challenging my limits of understanding and trust. With his progress, I proposed a deeper experience. Guiding him to a quieter space for deeper reflection, my gaze dared him to transcend boundaries. Night enveloped us, the room sacred for our private mentoring session. Breaths and soft sounds deepened the emotional weight beneath our interaction. Moonlight illuminated Brandon's eager face as I stood before him, ready for this special moment. Tonight, we explore new realms, I whispered, our breaths mingling. Let's discover this connection's depths. Our coordination improved as he gained more confidence in expressing emotion. His responsiveness showed emotional sensitivity and attentiveness. As emotions heightened, the atmosphere grew more intense. Each session opened new doors in understanding and emotional clarity. An overwhelming wave of realization and insight rose within us both. Roles blurred, mentor and student, two souls harmonizing, until we became complementary halves in deep understanding. Moonlight highlighted our connection, revealing its breathtaking beauty. In the quiet, we felt the weight of our progress, not just release, but a bond forged through mutual vulnerability, transcending ordinary limits. The moment became reflective, with silence emphasizing the emotional intensity. Sometimes, the best lessons come from listening to your body, I said over the quiet. Brandon's eyes glittered, receptive. He responded with focus and awareness, absorbing the lesson through experience. Against the calm of the room, I relished the clarity between us, each gesture meaningful. Our growth had surpassed words. Growth sometimes happens in unpredictable ways, I whispered. Brandon nodded, embracing this new reality. We're just beginning, right? He asked excitedly. I smiled, wiping the tension from his brow. Far from over. He marveled at how we'd challenged norms, and I agreed. We're exploring emotional intelligence beyond conventional limits. Joking that we'd just expanded family learning, I laughed, savoring our shared milestone. A learning journey written in our own language, I said, our eyes meeting, full of trust, growth, and infinite discovery. Morning light streamed in, swiftly bridging last night's reflection. I sat quietly, reflecting on the emotional intensity of our recent breakthrough. I turned to study him, his softened yet strong features, more at peace than ever. The night replayed vividly. Focused learning, whispered insights, shared laughter, thrilling discovery, all transcending barriers to forge something resilient. Brandon stirred, his morning gaze meeting mine in tender acknowledgement. "Good morning," he whispered, eyes sparkling. "You're amazing." "You too," I murmured, overflowing with affection. "I feel changed," he said softly, a knowing smile blooming. Like discovering new horizons within the familiar. We basked in dawn's quiet, the room now sacred, a space to reflect on growth and prepare for what lay ahead. Unspoken questions and aspirations lingered, but there was no rush. This morning marked a fresh start, a new chapter in our story, overflowing with trust, learning, and endless exploration.